Dingle Doodles and Apple Strudels, my name is NoodleHouse and we are back on Our World Has Ended, and it's been 2 days since the false assassination, and I'm a Yoshin Kami. It's an old restaurant in Asakusa Roku. It's a popular place that specialises in Western food such as stews and steaks, including the Hamburg variety. You know, the Hamburg variety. Naturally, it's quite expensive, so a lowly part-timer like me can't go here easily. There's a reason why I actually come here all the way back from the office. Came here all the way even. Out of the blue, DRH's Miyabi Nabi-san actually called me out here. Ah, there's Reijichi, over here. I accidentally skipped a word. She's accompanied by Reina-san's sister, Yoko-san. I go ahead and walk up to them. Go on, sit down. I do some told and sit down across from them. Reiji-kun, sorry for calling you out so suddenly. She apologetically bows her head to me. While Yoko-san acts like an adult, Miyabi-san as well. Who cares about that? It's not like he has anything better to do. Well, you're not wrong there, but still. It hurts that I can't actually argue. Still, she called me out of the blue, and it's only been a few days since that horrible experience. I'd really appreciate a bit of thanks or an apology, no matter how insincere. But then again, this is Miyabi-san we're talking about. So, well, why did you call me? Oh yeah, I should tell you this before I forget. With Taguchi-san, no, Taguchi committing suicide, DRH started to take a serious internal inspection. It's not unlikely that there'll be more Lab 13 agents in the DRH, so there's an obvious course of action. That might cause us to annoy you, Judgment 7, a bit more. So, sorry, but you should prepare for that. Does that mean that we're still suspected of being connected to Lab 13? Oh, no, you're not. She instantly rejects the idea. You were suspected until 2 days ago, but the assassination thing proved your innocence. What do you mean by that? If you were Lab 13 terrorists, you would have done something back then. But you didn't, or rather you couldn't. When I reported this to higher-ups, they concluded that Judgment 7 can't be involved in cyber-terrorism. If we wanted to just expose and restrain Taguchi, there was no need for us to corner you the way you did. We had to do it to dispel all suspicions. I thought that scene was just meant to help us catch Taguchi-san, but it seems that there was more to it. Anyway, there's no doubt that you're clean. But we have our routines, you know. We still have to investigate and question you all and that. Oh man, this is why I don't like government work. Anyway, that's how it is, sorry about that. She apologises, but why do I feel that she's not the least bit apologetic? I mean, she's just casually opening the menu. Huh? Now these are some prices, my job won't cover this. I didn't call you here officially. After thinking for a moment, she makes a strange smile. Oh, well, just order whatever you want. Don't worry about the price. It's good that she's just forcing herself. DRH is part of the Ministry of Defense, making her a government agent. Even if she doesn't make her fortune, her payment should still be pretty large. The fact she's making that expression means that she's either really stingy or a big spender. Probably the latter. Didn't even need a moment to make that conclusion. I mean, you can tell just by looking at her. She probably buys lots of useless stuff. Anyway, analysis aside, I have a big question for her. Miyabi-san, I understand what you wanted to talk about, but why did you call me here? I forgot to put my fucking Discord on Do Not Disturb again. As always. Shouldn't you have told this to Owari-san? He's the leader, I'm just a part-timer. Owari-kun is a bit special in several ways, in terms of both his background and as a person. Also, he has connections to Riken North's vice president, so honestly, we're still kind of keeping watch on him. Well, the same goes for Tanya too. Though Miyabi-san thinks that he's clean, her position doesn't allow her to call him. It must be complicated. And I guess Iruka-san is also no good. He's known Yuri for a long time even. You can't ignore him. Nope, he's not suspicious. We're not observing Iruka at all. What a quick response. Kind of feels like she's looking down on him. Then why didn't you call him? He's one of J7's founding members. Am I even considering him a sub-leader? I know that much, but Iruka's kind of hard to talk to, you know? Well, he's hard to handle in general, in the physical sense, I mean. Wow, I kind of feel sympathy for him. I also know exactly what she means, which makes me feel kind of bad. Natsume, Yuno, and Nasuno-chan are also kind of hard to talk to. Well, it's true that they're a troublesome bunch. I mean, one's chaotic, another's an airhead, and the third's just sad. And then there's you. You're abnormally plain. That makes it easy to talk to. Abnormally plain. I guess that's an apt way to describe me as part of Judgment 7. And you know, during the Junkuma party, you and I played husband and wife. All of that kind of makes you really easy to talk to. Miyabi-san grins. She probably didn't put too much thought into the decision after all. Also, Yuka-san speaks up. Unlike her partner, she's completely calm. The others are a bit too attached to Reina. They must feel really conflicted about all that's happening. I mean, Miyabi-san, and even Reina herself ended up using Judgment 7's memories of her. Ended up? That was part of the plan, wasn't it? Don't really have a good response to that. We were used to trap Shiro Deguchi, the Lab 13 agent infiltrating DIH. We weren't told about any of it. So we actually experienced the fear of death, and I belatedly start to get mad. Don't make that scary face, well, Reijichi. What would it be? I recommend this beef stew. Miyabi-san tries to act like nothing happened and shows me the menu. Of course I'll have some of that. That wouldn't be enough to kill my anger. I also have some beef fillet tomato steak. Oh, and some fillet cutlet and fried prawns. That would be nice too. Beef stew, beef fillet tomato steak, fillet cutlet, fried prawns. She quickly calculates the price and opens her eyes wide. Oh, that's more than 10,000 yen just for you. Don't you think this is too much? Well, actually being killed. It's actually not enough, if you ask me. Yeah, completely right, eat up. She quickly calls for a waiter and orders all that I listed off. By the way, Miyabi-san is having a beef stew and a cutlet sandwich, while Yuko-san is having spaghetti napolitana. After the waiter left, I decided to ask something else. Anyway, Miyabi-san, did you really only call me here to talk about the internal inspection? Isn't there anything more? Come on now, no need to be that suspicious. I just invited you to some lunch. That's what I said in the message, right? Hearing her mention the message, I make a bitter face. I take out my phone and look at the message I got from her yesterday. She's got an uwu face in there, I love it. Yoo-hoo, Reijichi. Thanks for yesterday, squee. I'm going to say that's a squee face. Let's have lunch at Yoshikami tomorrow. I'll be waiting for you at 12 o'clock. Don't forget to come, you hear? Uwu. From Miyabi to Reijichi, love. Look at those text faces. What millennial. God damn. Honestly, the fact that you think that thanks for yesterday is something you can say after what happened gave me the urge to kill someone. Didn't sit right with you, huh? She makes a wry grin. But hey, don't blame me. My emails are being checked, you know. I've actually yet to report the whole thing to what happens in the virtual world in detail. That means if I say too much in my messages, I might have to present them with the video file for your Oscar-winning scene. She gives me an impish smirk. The Oscar-winning scene. There has to be an embarrassing talk between me and Natsume-san. Sorry for being rude, please, anything but that. I bow my head to her so hard I hit the table. Good, good. That's what I like to see. I'm generous, so I'll forgive you. Anyway, there's no point in hiding it, so I'll just say it. Miyabi-san makes a serious face and bends her body forward. You and the rest of J7 should briefly leave Asakusa. No, Tokyo. Tokyo? What do you mean? Thanks to Deguchi, our higher-ups are starting a more serious investigation into Lab 13 in Riken North. As I already said, we have to investigate and question you and all that. And I happen to be the one in charge of that, you know? Honestly, it's a real pain. That's too honest. I can't help but say that. If you leave Tokyo, I'll make sure to limit all the questioning and investigation. Well, sounds good, doesn't it? Oh, so you want us to get out of the picture until dust settles? Well, basically, yeah, considering what happened, I doubt you'll feel like returning to game development right away. I can't imagine that you'd feel good about being dragged around for DIH's questionings. Well, yeah, but where should we even go? As I consider our options, Yoko-san raises a hand. I have a suggestion. I already talked to Miyabi-san about this, but what would you say to coming to my parents' home? It's a small guest house in Minami Boso. There's a swimming beach nearby, so it's a great place to relax. I'm sure Reina would love it if all of Judgment 7 came to visit. And you don't have to pay anything, of course. Also, J7 are Reina's friends, so, as her sister, I'd love it if they came as well. How about it? Miyabi-san is definitely right that we're not in the mood to make video games. If you also had to go through DIH's investigations now, getting our motivation back would be even harder. Going on a trip to the sea would make a good change of pace. Also, Yoko-san's parents' homes means that it's also Reina-san's parents' home. It should be a special place for Judgment 7. Sounds good, but I don't feel there's a catch. Come on, Reijichi. There's no need to be suspicious. There's no catch. In fact, I think you all should go to the sea and make a few summer indiscretions. I mean, you're all young. Is it just me, or did you derail the conversation? I didn't anyway. You're all going, that's for certain. Oh, so it's an order now. And once you're done, I'd like to hear all about who made you an indiscretion with. Sorry to say this, I'm not the type for that. Don't think I can meet your expectations. My words net me a weird look from her. Huh? You actually think you're in a position to say that? Well, I don't know about the other girls, but Natsume and Asano-chin are kind of awkward. Yunon is some good stuff. Why hold back like that? Well, I do agree they'd be quite popular if they went to the sea and acted more normal. I'd say that you're the one who needs to change here. Why does it feel like we're not even having the same conversation? Suddenly Yoko-san starts breathing heavily and leans closer to me. Wait, Reiji-kun, are you actually more interested in guys than girls? Excuse me. It's Owari-kun, isn't it? Right? Right? I mean, I'm fully on board with that. Pardon? I thought it was Owari-kun and Iruka-kun at first, but Reiji-kun works too. In fact, it makes for a better image. I'll just ask Reiji-kun. Do you top or bottom? Oh, I wasn't expecting this, but I love it. Well, that's one passionate question. She's into boy love. I didn't think that of a teacher. I don't really get it, but I guess you could say I specialise in getting on their case when they're being nonsensical. Getting on? Specialise? That's just, well, I'm gonna have a nosebleed. I can't believe she's into... Yoko-san's into fucking BL and I love it. That's amazing. She hastily covers her nose. Yoko-san, what are you on about? Reiji-kun, please bring everyone to our guest house. No, not just for Reina, but for me too. Overwhelmed by her weird passion, I have no choice but to nod. I gotta say, your character changed a bit too much just now, Yoko-san. Okay, alright, I'll tell everyone about this suggestion. Please do. She grasps my hands tight. It's like she's pleading me. Yoko, I had no idea you were so... Naomi-san seems a little bit unsettled. Yes, I'm sure you do. She's a Fujoshi. Yoko-san's a Fujoshi. Which I never thought wasn't expecting it. What's going on here? I don't get it. What I understand is that Yoko-san, who I thought was normal, was actually into some things I can't bring myself to ask about. Why is everyone who gets involved in Judgment 7 so weird? Just I'm thinking that our food finally arrives. There it is, alright, let's dig in while it's still warm. And so we start a bizarrely haphazard lunch. Fucking hell. Beef stew, tornado steaks, cutlets, fried shrimp. All of it was so good that I almost cried. Since I started working here in Asakusa, I had a dream of having a fancy lunch at Yoshikami, and it just came true. Well, actually, Iruka-san took me there once, but I was so concerned about his emotional state that I couldn't focus on the food. I didn't have a breakfast today, so I had no problem eating the great amount of food that I ordered. The great amount of food. Thank you for the meal. I heave a satisfied sigh. Look how well you eat. You really are young. Seriously, I wasn't expecting this at all. Maybe I should have picked a normal family restaurant. Well, it's too late for that. Well, whatever. So, do you forgive us for what happened? It's not every day you get to eat this fancy. I feel bad for the rest of Judgment 7, but I'm really satisfied. I understand the ads fool us, so alright, I'll let it slide. Not like I can forget the fear of death that easily. Alright then, let's have a talk with some coffee. Yao-san quickly orders some, and it comes to us in no time. As we drink our post-meal coffee, she starts a new conversation. So you got any love stories from Judgment 7? I'd like to hear all about them. I thought we'd talk about something serious, but I've got idle chatter instead. Love stories? I scan my memory, but I find nothing of the sort, except from last night. There are none. Come on now, it's a place for both guys and girls. Of course something would happen. Something also happens when there's guys and guys too. I feel like it's best to pretend that comment didn't happen. Miyabi-san, I think about this rationally. The men at J7 are Owari-san and Iruka-san. Do you really expect love stories from them? Well, that would be pretty difficult. Miyabi-san gives an awkward grin. But you're there too. And I'm no different, I'm just an assisting director, they just push me around. Why don't you two tell me more about yourselves? You told us a bit, but not all that much. Ah, that's true. We didn't give a proper explanation. Like I said before, I'm an ex-Riken North researcher. I specialize in neuroscience and in the DSD project. I was in charge of digitalizing, oh my god, that's really weird, Reina's memories. But then one day the project was halted, and I was dismissed from Riken North. And that's when the DIH came in and asked us to become a cooperator. She helped us quite a lot since. She was pretty deep into Riken North's research, you know. She's really knowledgeable about Akashic and the virtual world, and she can even contact Reina-chan. Well, I'm not sure if being arrested and interrogated is the same as asking to become a cooperator, but yes. Come on, just let it go already. I mean, you try to access Riken North's database unauthorized, of course we'd come for you. If we weren't infiltrating Lab 13 back then, you'd have been in real danger. We even went and deleted all traces of you trying to get in. Unauthorized access to Riken North server. Yoko-san is unexpectedly bold. Wait, then why are you at my college? You said you were going to assist the professor there. Was that a lie? No, that's true. My old teacher is in that college, and I contacted him after I was dismissed from Riken North. I was part of the DSD project, so I might have been targeted by Lab 13. I work under him, so I don't look suspicious, although I can tell him that. So I both assisted the professor while at the same time cooperating with Miyabi-san. You know how we met in your college before? Well, I was there to meet Yoko. Without her, we wouldn't have been able to fool Taguchi like we did. And so it all connects. Miyabi-san was at the college to meet Yoko-san. By the way, Yoko-san, you said you were able to contact Reina-san in the virtual world, right? Yes, I did, but the method is quite bothersome, and it's not like I can do it whenever I want. You're curious about Reina, aren't you? How about I tell you what kind of existence her virtual personality is? She puts on a scholarly air as she begins her explanation. Reina's virtual personality is basically an artificial intelligence made from the library created via digitization. My god, there's a lot like via and froms in there. Digitization of Reina's memory. She carries pretty much the same information as Reina herself did. Reina's virtual personality data actually takes a few petabytes of space. Petabytes are quite big if I remember rightly. So the amount hidden in Judgment 7's server is only a small fraction of this. And that very fraction was basically the foundation of Reina as a person, though that took a whole 10 odd terabytes too. Oh yeah, terabytes are like the next step up from... No, sorry, petabytes are the next step up from terabytes if I remember correctly, because it's such a huge amount of data that I just... It's like billions of pounds, and like billions of currency, it just doesn't make sense to me. But that's a different thing entirely. That has to be the virtual personality data that Taguchi told us about when we were in the virtual world. J7's server's total capacity is a maximum of 20 terabytes. I've heard of terabytes, but this is the first time I ever heard of a petabyte. I can't even imagine how large that is, but I can understand that the memory data takes up an obscene amount of space. That is exactly how I feel about petabytes. He has said it in the exact way that I feel about it. The rest of the vast memory data is stored at the Akashic server. Just so you know, Reina's virtual personality can't function without both of them. To put it simply, the base personality data is the execution program, while the memory data is like a library. Even if Lab 13 has a vast library, it's useless to them without a program that activates it, so they desperately needed the base personality data. But it was decentralized all over J7's server, and even encrypted too, so they needed a lot of time to find and retrieve it. Though, thanks to that, we were able to prepare a decent countermeasure. By the way, when not linked to the memories, the base personality data becomes the being you called Girl A. So Girl A wasn't an amnesiac, she was just Reina-san when she was unable to access the memory data. As for how I contact Reina, the principle is the same as Awari-kun's and Tanya's Zero to Home Froggy. We communicated through encrypted files disguised as data logs. However, that's only possible during Akashic server's maintenance, from midnight to half past midnight and 12 PM to 12:30 PM. The server's... Oh my god, this is such a long explanation. The server security level drops during those times, so I can contact Reina's memory data. I see, so you can only communicate with her twice a day. Exactly. Outside of these times, the men in black AI instantly appear and complicate things. But it really helped that J7's office in the virtual world is protected by a huge firewall. I mean, you can't affect it from the inside Akashic, so it's basically a blind spot. That's why even when Girl A manifested, she was safe while in the office because she couldn't be observed there. Even Taguchi didn't seem to expect something like that. And so their explanation ends. I don't know much about computers, so I don't understand some of the details, but I get the general gist. Oh, it's this late already? If I don't go back soon, the higher-ups will have my hide. Miyabi-san sees the clock on the wall and starts to panic. Anyway, Reiichi, tell everyone about the trip and make it sound as appealing as possible. I'll catch you when all this settles down a little. You can actually play around the sea in the situation. You don't get it, do you? This isn't play. I'll be on a mission to observe Judgment 7. Despite what she says, her eyes are gleaming, making it pretty clear that she wants to play around. Reiji-kun, please come to our guest house. I won't mind if it's even just the guys. Her eyes light up. What does she expect from me? I don't get it at all. And honestly, I don't feel like I should. I'll be waiting for you to contact me. Here's my contact info. Yoko-san gives me her info. I just add it to my phone. Alright, see you, Reiichi. Goodbye, Reiji-kun. I'll be waiting to meet you at the guest house. After partying with them, I decide to head back to the office. Of course, I'm going to tell them all about the trip. At the very least, I expect Iwari-san to be completely into the idea. He probably likes this kind of stuff. The sea. Oh boy, we have ourselves a swimsuit event. I can totally imagine him saying that. And I'm going to end the episode here. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like in the section below. And if you would like to see more like this, then do subscribe to the channel, as I attempt to upload every day. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.